What's up YouTube, it is your boy DarriusOfficiall. I am back with another YouTube video. I feel like everyone needs an outlet to avoid depression. You guys are my outlet. As you can see from the title below, this is a story time on my first time with a straight guy. I know I did a few of like videos and stuff, like, you know, my dealings with straight guys and everything, but this one is a little bit different. And of course, like, first let's just address the elephant in the room real quick, or not the elephant, but what everybody else is thinking. Clearly he wasn't straight if he had any type of dealings with me, and that's just 100% honest, because I really hate when people be like, oh yeah, no, I bagged a straight guy, and it's like, if he's fucking with you, he's not straight. I'm sorry to tell you, he's just not straight. He might be DL, but you know. And actually, since we're talking about DLs and straight, make sure that you click this video, my last video, make sure you go watch that on how to tell if a guy is DL or straight. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna say I was like 16. Yeah, I'm gonna say I was like 16, because this was like right after like my first time losing my virginity, sort of. But I've been, you know, I did some stuff before then. This one particular guy, it was damn y'all, I had some times, didn't I? I had some fucking times. I'm kind of questioning myself, like, are you a hoe? Or were you a hoe? Anyway, so back when I was like 16, I'm not gonna lie, like, the dude that I had lost my virginity to, he had this friend that had a cousin. And I don't know if you guys remember, but so the dude that I lost my virginity to, if you remember from any of my other story times with me talking about him, we used to go to like this church that he used to take me to all the time, and it was just like, you know, it was cool or whatever. Shout out to God, my dog. What's up, JC? And you know, I met a lot of people there. So the dude that I lost my virginity to, he had a friend, and his friend had a cousin, and they used to come to the church. And I was 16 at the time. I think the dude was 17. And it was just like, I met the dude because of the dude that I had lost my virginity to. And then, you know, during that time frame, I didn't do anything. I didn't engage. It was nothing. However, when me and the dude stopped talking, you know, shit, I remember one day I was in my room and I had got a Snapchat from the dude, and not the dude I lost my virginity to, but the dude that I'm about to do something with, which is the friend's cousin. So the dude Snapchats me, and he's like, end up swiping on my story of like, I remember I had posted like this shirtless picture, and he ended up swiping up on my story, and I was just like, first off, before I even opened the snap, it was already a little iffy, because I'm like, why are you Snapchatting me and you have my number? So that means that you had to respond to something that's on my story. And the only thing that's on my story is me shirtless. So I already was just thinking ahead of time. I'm like, fuck is going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's given very much like, you want me, and you want me bad, and you can have me, baby. You can have. No, but so I ended up like, you know how you slide over the Snapchat, like you don't open it all the way, but you just do a little slide? Yeah, I did that, and I saw lil body ass nigga. That's what he said. He said lil body ass nigga. So I opened it, I'm like, boy, please, you wish you look like me, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let me describe him real quick to y'all. He was probably like an inch taller. He was probably like 2 inches taller than me. Yeah, he wasn't that much taller than me, but he was probably like 2 inches taller. However, he was a little, you know, he had a little something to him. He was toned. And yeah, I think he probably ran like track or some shit. I can't remember. He did some type of sport. I don't know why y'all, every dude that I have talked to always did some type of sport. It's crazy. Always did some type of sport. Always. And then he was like caramel skin. He was maybe like a shade darker than me. Would that still be light skin? Maybe like 2 shades darker than me. And yeah, you know, he was a handsome guy. You know, I only talk to handsome folk. I'm sorry. I only talk to handsome people. I only talk to handsome people. No, so yeah, he swipes up and he said little body ass nigga, and I swipe back and I'm like, boy, you wish your body looked like mine. Y'all, why he sends a laughing emoji, and then I left it at that, and then literally like 30 minutes later I get a Snapchat from him again, and it's a video. I click it and the video said, no, you wish your body looked like mine, with the laughing emoji and the wet emoji. And yo, that body, y'all, he had like a nice V cut with abs. It was, and then he was in a towel. Boy, I'm about to sin. I am about to sin. Lord Jesus Christ, God, sweet Mary and Joseph, Moses, I'm about to sin. I'm about to sin. I'm about to do it. I'm about to sin, Lord. Lord, please forgive me for I am about to sin. That's how I was. This man is trying me. So I'm like, Oh. Wow. And I remember I snapped back and I put like the shocked eye emoji, and then he snapped back and he was like, what? So I didn't say anything. I left it at that, and I was like, oh my god, okay, cool. Y'all, it probably got like later on in the day. It was probably like, I don't know, like 7 o'clock now. It's like getting dark. I get a text and it's from him, and he's like, yo, and I'm like, what's up? And he was like, why didn't you respond to my message on Snap? And I was like, I didn't know what to say. He was like, oh. And I was like, yeah. So then he didn't respond. And then, probably 10 minutes after that, I get a FaceTime call from him. Mind you, we ain't never FaceTime a day in our life. At all. A day in our fucking life, we ain't never FaceTime. He FaceTimes me, and he's on the camera like this, shirtless. And he's like, what's good, bro? What you doing? And I'm like, I'm chilling. He's like, yeah. He's like, you ain't got no plans tonight? I'm like, nah, it's a weekday. It's a weekday. School tomorrow. So he's like, oh, true. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what you got going on? He was like, shit, I'm playing a video game. Y'all, why he's laying on his back like this, right? And he's like, shit, I'm playing a video game. And like, he turns the camera to show me the remote control on his lap. And when he turned the camera, he was butt naked on the bed. And he was like, oh shit. And I was like, he was like, my bad, bro. I forgot I ain't had no clothes on. I was like, you cool, bro, like, you straight. He was like, yeah, but shit, you got a game and shit? I'm like, nah, I don't. My brothers do, but I don't play it. And he's like, oh shit, cause we could have played the game order, blah blah. And I'm like, you're trying to fuck me. You wanna fuck me? You trying to fuck me? You wanna fuck me? You're trying to fuck me. You want my goodies? You want my goodies? My goodies? My I'm like, yo, what? I'm like, no, yeah, I'm like, well, yeah, I don't have a game. He was like, shit, well, you can come over here and you can play the game. And I'm like, all right, yeah, let me check with my mom. Let me see. It's like, okay. Y'all, at this point, I'm in my head, like, I've had my fair share of times. I know when a man wants me, and that man wants me. That man wants me like white on rice, cause he's on me that bad. He wants my Bucci card. Yo, that was so gay for me to say. I promise you, I ain't never said nothing like that in my life ever. But so I went to go ask my mom, like, yo, can I go hang out with one of my friends? And she's like, who? And I was like, a friend. And she's like, yeah, be careful, be safe. And I was like, all right. And that's how all of that shit started with Noah. Cause like, once you started letting me out the house like that, girl, it was free game. It was free game. There was nothing else you could say at that point. Like, you weren't stopping me from nothing. So I text him and I'm like, so I text him, I'm like, yeah, she said like I could slide. And he was like, all right, send me your address and I'm on my way. And I was like, all right, cool. Y'all, I sent him my address. That boy popped up within like, not even 20 minutes. Let me tell you, like, he was on a mission. And I was like, I don't know, it was just giving. And then, you know, at the time too, like, I wasn't out the closet. However, you know, you just know when somebody like that. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you just know. You just get that vibe. It's just like, you like that. And then they be like, no, you like that. And you be like, but you like that too. But then you be like, but you like that more. We like that together. You trying to hump? Anyway, so I threw on some clothes. I can't even remember what I had put on, but it wasn't nothing spectacular. So I'm like, all right, he just want to kick it, whatever, cool. In my head though, I'm like, boy, you already just sent me your body. And then I just saw your dick. Am I that easy breezy, beautiful cover girl? Am I that easy breezy, beautiful cover girl? Am I that easy breezy, beautiful cover girl? Cause why is it so easy for you to try to get me greasy? For you to try to understand Sleep Steezy? You try to understand my Weezy. So I walk outside, I walk to his car. I get in the car and it was just giving very much like, okay, I'm a little scared. Because when I got in the car, I noticed he had on a hoodie and he didn't have a shirt under it. Unless he had on like a beater, but I didn't see no shirt. And it was like a loose hoodie too, so it was like, you know, his chest was kind of, I'm like, Then he had on these like tight baggy jogging pants. Anyway, so I'm like, all right. So he's like, what's up, bro? I'm like, what's up? Like, it was just giving weird. He's like, I'm finna bust your ass in this game and blah blah. I'm like, right. Why are we talking about this game right now? We're not even there at the game. This is giving like, you're trying to find stuff to talk about because you know we will not hang out in no other way, shape, or form. So it's like, why am I really here? You know, it's giving very much trying to get me. So we damn near at his crib. We probably like a block away from his crib. He asked, have I spoke to the guy that I lost my virginity to? Mind you, he didn't know that I lost my virginity to him, of course, because I was, you know, out the closet and stuff. I was in the closet. And I'm like, no, I haven't heard from bro in like a while. And he's like, oh, yeah. I'm like, yeah. I remember thinking, so I was like, I wonder if you tried to talk to him. But I don't think so, low-key, because I'm not gonna lie, the dude that I lost my virginity to was just like, it was like my first time, and it was crazy. If you have not seen that story time, just please click this link. It's just, it was bad. And he's like nobody that I would, you know what I'm saying, like consider myself to, you know. So then I was like, so I'm like, okay. So then we finally get to his house, and he has like a decent sized house or whatever. It was cool. We parked, and then we walk in, and he had a sister and a little brother, and they were literally like in the living room. And I was like, okay. So as we were walking past them, the little girl was like, she had yelled his name. She was like, ooh, has company, and actually said that. He was like, shh. And you heard his mom all the way from like the back of the house. She was like, such and such, is that you? And he was like, yeah. She was like, where you coming from? He's like grabbing food. So he telling me, he's like, go upstairs. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, you on some crazy shit because you done snuck me in. This is you sneaking me in. So anyway, I walk upstairs, and I'm just kind of like waiting at the top of the stairs for him type thing. Like I'm kind of like hiding like behind the wall, but he ended up walking upstairs, and he kind of scans and looks for me, and I'm like, I'm right here. He was like, okay. He was like, come on. So then we walked to his room. And yeah, we go in his room. His room was cool. It was a cool little vibe. He had shoes on his wall and shit like that. He had a fucking lava lamp. It was a cool little vibe, you know what I'm saying? Fucking LED lights on the ceiling, all of that dumb kitty ass, childish ass, old Instagram musically ass days ass shit. It was cool, it was whatever. So we sit down on the bed, and he like cuts the game on, and then he had this mini fridge. He walks to the mini fridge, and he grabs like 2 Modelo's. And I'm like, in my head I'm thinking, drinking a Modelo, drinking beer at 16 is crazy. Well, I wasn't thinking that, but I was thinking it, like I'm thinking it now, like drinking beer at 16 is crazy. However, it was just like very much like, nigga, you ain't got no regular, we can't take a shot. Like this is very much like, what are we doing? So I'm like, all right, cool. He gives me this. I'm like, Modelo? He's like, yeah. I was like, So he pops it open. I pop mine open. And we just like, we toast and shit. And then he start asking me questions. Mind you, we're not even worried about the game right now in this current moment. He starts asking me questions. He's like, yeah, how you been, bro? And all of this shit. And I'm like, I've been cool. How about you? He's like, I've been straight, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, for sure. So he's like, you ready to get your ass whooped? I'm like, right, let's do it. So he cuts on a fucking game. We're playing fucking Super Mario Smash Bros right now. Like, and probably like after 10 long games of us steady, it just got like real dry. And then that last game I had won, right? And I was like, I ain't gonna lie, man, I'm tired of winning. I'm talking shit, right? And he's like, mind you, he's on the right of me. So I'm here and he's sitting right here. So imagine me being him. And he leans back and he's like, oh, you tired of winning? And then he like kind of hits like my stomach, and I'm like, so I'm just kind of like, yeah, nigga, I'm tired of winning. And he was like, bet you can't win in an arm wrestling match. Oh, brother, this nigga's trying to get, now he's trying to get physical. Now he's trying to get fucking physical. Now he's trying to touch my body. Now he on me, now he want me. I'm like, okay, I know I wouldn't go in, cause this nigga strong as shit. And come to think about it, he was probably like 6 foot, cause I'm like 5'8". And when I saw him in person, he was much taller than I remember. But like, nigga, and then you literally, clearly you fucking work out. And you over here trying to fucking, like you trying to fuck up my arm. Boy, boxed it out. I bet you I get some hits in. So I'm like, all right. Y'all, I'm talking about, I couldn't even, not even a nudge move that nigga. I'm like, y'all, I thought my arm fucking broke. He like, weak ass. I'm like, boy, you weak. So then now he nudging me, so he pushes me a little bit. And I'm like, oh. So I push his ass back. So now we play fighting. We didn't, y'all, literally like this shit just happened so fast. Some way, somehow we ended on the bed and his tongue was in my ass. I was just playing. No, but so yeah, so he nudged me and I nudged him back, and then like we just kind of like, you know, just roughhousing as boys do or whatever. And then like, you know, we just like wrestling and shit. Like, so I kind of like grab him like this, and I body slammed his ass on the bed, you know what I'm saying? I used all my little strength that I could. I said, man. So now he like, oh yeah. Y'all, this nigga like grabbed me like, and said, did a whole back, like with my, like I was like, what the fuck? Like that's crazy. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Cool. So now I'm thinking in my head like, y'all, he wants me so bad. He finna try to me. He finna try to get me naked. He finna try to take off my clothes. He about to do something crazy to me that I don't know what do I deserve this? Is this who we are? Is this what makes me me? Is this what makes me me? For real. You want my body, you can have my body. At this point now while we were wrestling, I kept remembering in my head like, am I tipsy? Did that Modelo get to me? Like, you know, I didn't drink then for real. So that, whatever the Modelo was in the Modelo, I was feeling a little something, like a little buzz maybe. And I noticed I felt it when we was play fighting because I was just like, why am I exerting so much energy? Like, I just really feel strong in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? So, I remember this nigga like grabbed me and like grabbed my legs, and then he was just kind of like when he grabbed my legs and like slammed me down like this. I don't know how to explain it to y'all, but like just slammed me down on the bed like that, and then he was just kind of like in between my legs like laughing, and I was like, what's happening? What's going on? Are we about to, like, what's happening right now? So I'm like, okay, things are getting domestic, things are getting sexual, things are getting sexually domestic, domestically sexual. What are we doing? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, are we like about to fuck? Like what? Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, are we about to do this? Because I'm down. Like, I'm literally like, I'm totally down. Like, seriously, like, I'm down. Are you down? I'm down. Like, I'm like totally down. So anyway, then he like flips over and he lays on his back, and I'm already laying on my back, and he's laid, so he lays on his back, and we just both like breathing heavy, just sitting there. And then I remember looking over at him, and he reaches his hand in like his pants, and like you could tell like he was like adjusting his thing, and he was like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, like I hate these underwear, this shit is stupid. And I just kind of was like, yeah, I hate like dumbass underwear too. He's like, yeah. He was like, hold on, I'm just about to change him. And I was like, all right. I'm thinking he about to go to the bathroom. Yo, this nigga gets up, goes to his drawer, pulls out some underwear, pull his pants down, takes off the underwear that he has on, and then was about to put on the other underwear. But then he stopped midway and he was like, no, I don't like wearing these ones either. These ones tight. He's like, fuck it, I'm just not gonna wear none. And then he pulled his pants back up. And then he turned back around to me and he was like, yo, don't these just look like real tight? And I was like, nigga, you just dropped your drawers in front of me. Like, I just saw your fat booty. Ain't that big ass? I just saw that fat booty. I just saw that booty. So I'm like, okay. I said, yeah, they do look a little tight. He was like, yeah, bro. Like, he was like, what type of underwear you be wearing and shit? I was like, I just wear like briefs. He was like tight briefs, like loose briefs. I'm like, I wear like light briefs. He was like, bro, I don't believe you. Let me see. And I was like, okay. I see what it is. Okay. I see where this is going. You want to see my underwear? So he's like, yeah, bro. And he walks up to me. He like tugs on my pants. And he's like, let me see them. I was like, okay. All right, fine. I'll show you. So I like pulled my pants down and I showed him. And he's like, oh yeah. He was like, see, I fuck with those. I fuck with them. I'm like, yeah. And then I was about to pull my pants back up, and like he grabbed the top part of my pants and like kept them down, and he was like, and I was like, okay. And then he grabbed his beard and he grabbed my beard, and then he handed my beard to me and we toasted, we sipped, and then he pulled my pants down, and he pulled my pants down all the way, pulled my underwear down all the way, and then he started to give me head. And I was like that's me. I'm like, yo, like he was probably giving me head for like 15 minutes, yo. That was, I'm not gonna lie, that was some of the best head of my life. Like, what? So I'm like, yo. So then he pulls his pants down and he lays on it. And I was like, I don't suck dick. He was like, you ain't got to. I'm like, all right. He was like, well, can I eat your ass? And I was like, eat me? It's crazy. But yes, you can. You can eat me. You can eat me. You can have me whatever way that you want. You want to eat me? Go ahead and eat me, babe. Have me. Have at it. Have out. Have a fucking ball. Eat me. Eat me right now. Eat me. Eat me. Eat me. Oh. So he like flips me on my stomach and then he starts eating. And I'm like, yo, this here is crazy. Like, I don't know like how we got here. But like, this is like literally like crazy. Like totally like totes my goats cray cray. Like dumbfounded cray. And it was good. And then I got tired of him eating me. I said, let me eat you. He was like, oh, really? I said, don't care. So he was like, all right. He turns over. And yo, his booty was so big, y'all. It was too fat. It was too cute. I said, look at the little cheeks. Look at look at the big cheek and look at the bigger cheek, and together you just make big cheeks. I was like, cause you know you gotta spin it, you gotta get it moist. You know what I'm saying? You can't just get that. You can't just leave that shit dry. You got to get that shit wet. So, yeah, really, we just like kind of did foreplay for the longest. And then he wanted to eat me out again, and yeah, then he started to like try to like rub his like thing against me, and like I wasn't really for it, y'all. Like he was like poking at it a little bit, and then I felt it like almost slipping. That shit hurt so bad. I was like, yo, get the fuck off of me. I was like, get the fuck off of me. Are you fucking crazy right now? Like, get off of me. And he's like, yo, did I do something wrong? I'm like, yo, like that shit, your shit's too big, bro. Like that shit hurts. Like I'm cool. He's like, let me try one more time. I'm like, it hurts. Like, yo, it hurts. And he's like, come on, let me try one more time. And as he's saying it, he's steady trying to, I'm like, yo, like, back the fuck up. Hey, yo, back the fuck up. Back the fuck up. Like, no. And he's still trying to, like, push it in. And, like, that motherfucker damn near, like, the head definitely went in. And that shit hurt so bad, y'all. And I'm just like, yo, like, this big-ass nigga's on my back. I'm like, yo, get the fuck off. And he's like, when he noticed, like, I was, like, dead ass. Because he was, like, tight pinning me down as he's doing it. I'm like, yo, I'm like, no, like, I'm serious. Like, that shit hurts. And he's like, damn, okay. And then like he pulls it out, and I'm like, did I just get molested? But no, for real, like that's what, you know, I kept on questioning myself. I was like, but I was like, no, okay, I'm okay. He stopped, and then he was like, my bad, my bad. I was like, it's okay, like it's all right. This is just not for us. I don't think this is for us. It's fine. It's okay. Don't cry. It's all right. It's fine. It's just not for us. We don't need to be doing this. Like you're cool, but like I don't think that this is for us. Like you're handsome and stuff like that. And y'all, as I was talking to him, he literally like gets in my face and starts kissing me and like slides me down and was like rubbing his thing against my hole again. And I was like, no, like yo, like I'm cool. And he was like, oh, like you don't want to do anything at all. Like no, like I'm like the head's cool, but like the whole penetration thing, like no, like no. He's like, oh, I thought that position just wasn't. No, like no position. The position doesn't take away the placement of my anus, and it's not gonna work. I'm sorry, it's not gonna work. I'm sorry. I want no parts. And then he's like, okay, damn. And then you can tell like he kind of got like salty because he just like he laid down, and I was like, you good? And he was like, yeah, I'm straight. And I was like, you wanna finish? He's like, no, I'm straight, man. I was like, I'm cool. I was like, all right. And he was like, I think I'm actually take you home. I was like, right, take me home. Take me home, my fuck boy. But you know what, that was my fault. Shouldn't have been so easy. Or not easy, but gullible. Fucking gullible. So I'm just like, all right. So I get up and I put on my clothes. He got up and he put on his clothes, and I just walked to the door and I just stood there. I'm like, so then he walks out the door first. We walk downstairs. And we get in his car. The car ride was very silent, and he just took me home, and I got out the car. I literally said nothing. I was just like, all right, bro. And he was like, all right. Like he was looking down at his phone as he was like, all right. And I was like, the fuck? Like what? Like, ain't that chauffeur? I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm just like, okay, whatever. I get out the car, and then I just go in the house. I go in my room, and man, just like probably like about 10 now, and it's probably like 10 p.m. now. And then literally like I guess like 20 minutes after he gets home, he texts me. He's like, yo, I'm sorry, I don't mean to make things weird. I just got a little frustrated. Boy, you got frustrated because you couldn't get no ass? Like, get the fuck on. Like, no, I'm sorry, I'm okay. I don't know what to tell you. I'm good. Sorry, you're lost. I didn't even respond. Cause like what? But yeah, y'all, that's it for the story time. That was my first time with a straight guy. If you guys have experienced any stories like that or situations like that, let me know. Please comment it down below, like your experiences. You know, have you ever like went to chill with somebody and then something didn't go their way sexually, and then it was just like, okay, I'm over it, like you gotta go? Like, it's crazy, right? It was very weird. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, click that bell on the side so that you can be notified. Make sure that you tell a friend or two because it is good for you. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next YouTube video. Bye.
Sorry, I can't search for videos on Apple Watch.
This goofy ass, she always just got her fucking, ain't nobody even talking to me.